Hey guys, it's Joe Grievous Hero the Factual Clone Wars, and today on this video we're going to be talking about Grievous killed 0 innocents, and you think he's in quotation villain? You're stupid. And the reason why we're talking about this is because a lot of idiots and narcissistic and opinionated people, which, you know, the only thing I do over here is speak facts, but these opinionated people love to think GrievousIsAHero killed quote-unquote innocents in Star Wars canon, which is just far-fetched and just straight false information. Now, as you already know, GrievousIsAHero in Star Wars The Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith, and that's already been proven as a fact, not my opinion. But the reason why we're talking about this is, like I said, this is dumb and idiotic of people that continue to think this. A person called Boskin Basher once said on my channel, I'm going to pull this up right now, I'm waiting for them to bring an example of people who are innocent and not soldiers in war or did something against his faction. Then, when they do that, then you can say Grievous killed quote-unquote innocents. But for now, there is no evidence in Star Wars canon that he did. Because this is when idiotic Star Wars fans try to say GrievousIsAHero killed some sort of innocent people. Grievous killed villains. That's not murder. GrievousIsAHero, and that's a fact. And like I already tell people, Legends Grievous is a different version of Grievous, so trying to use the whole stupid Legends Grievous killed innocence thing where he did in that Ugnaught comic, that doesn't even matter. That's not canon. So thinking GrievousIsAHero from the Clone Wars kill quote-unquote innocents and think he's a quote-unquote villain is stupid. Because like I already explained in the other video, Grievous is not cruel or malicious, so all this stuff trying to say Grievous's heroic actions are some sort of evil and his heroic character is some sort of evil is just straight false information. Like I tell people, where is the evidence that Grievous is quote-unquote cruel and malicious? You can't find it because you know why? The evidence doesn't exist. So, y'all need to stop with this BS trying to say, oh, the evidence is there, the evidence is there. Where? You can't even find it. Grievous's heroic actions of torturing Eve Hoff is not even cruel. That's called heroic revenge because he's getting revenge. So again, you can't even say that. So where's the evidence that he's a quote-unquote villain besides words, and words aren't even facts? So you can't even use that. We talk about actions, we don't do words. So you can't even say, oh, well, see, here's his in quotation villain because they call him a villain. That's not facts, people. And I'm going to tell you once again, that's not facts. Actions are facts. Actions speak louder than words. Grievous's heroic actions speak louder than words. You have to remember, Star Wars is told through the biased narrative of the Jedi villain. So, of course, they're going to try to portray GrievousIsAHero as some quote-unquote evil droid and all this other nonsense is because it's portrayed through the Jedi so-called hero's point of view when the Jedi are clearly monstrous villains that commit genocides on innocents, abduct children, start wars, and much more other evil things in Star Wars, the Clone Wars of canon and Star Wars canon. So all this nonsense is trying to sit here and say, oh, well, this is so-called facts, and this is so-called evidence that Grievous so-called killed innocents. The Night Sisters are evil. They're not innocents. The Gungans are evil working with the Republic when GrievousIsAHero just tried to go there and negotiate with them to attack the Republic of Naboo. So how in the world is Grievous a quote-unquote villain for defending himself when he was tricked by a sinister Jar Jar? That's not evil. The pirates are an evil faction. They don't care about nothing except themselves. They're scum and villainy. So you're mad because GrievousIsAHero shot down a pirate ship and just enjoyed killing the villains? You're stupid. It's so dumb. Clones are not heroic people at all. Clones are villains. Like I already explained in another video of the Grievous's heroic actions of killing evil wounded clone troopers. We can go check that out. Link in the car right now. That's not even evil. So clones, are you crying about Grievous's heroic actions of killing clones? Just stop. Like, y'all are really idiotic and retarded. It's hilarious. It's really funny because you people think you're smart, but you don't even study facts. You don't know what you're talking about. What you have is just your opinion, which doesn't matter to the facts. Facts don't care about your feelings, which your feelings are opinions. So, facts do not care about how you feel and all that other stuff. The facts are Grievous is a heroic antagonist character in Star Wars canon who did heroic actions for a heroic cause called the Separatist Alliance. Stop with the BS. Y'all really making me laugh right here because it doesn't make any sense. You're sitting here trying to say a hero called Grievous is so unquote a villain because he killed quote unquote innocents that never existed. All the people Grievous killed were villains. Even even Blom. Like, bro, y'all are dumb. Blom was not a hero. Blom freaking disobeyed Grievous' heroic orders, and he was not a hero. Where? The Shot Evil actors, they're not heroes either. So stop a game mad Grievous hero. He should have killed Blom. Blom failed his heroic cyborg's orders. So stop trying to say Grievous hero killed some sort of innocence. Gennat is a dumb villain that tried to rip Grievous hero off. And you keep trying to say, oh, and Dante and all this other stupid stuff. And people always use oh, well, if that was the case, then Grievous should have known they were villains. Grievous didn't know they were villains and crazy until after the fact. So you can't even try to use that excuse to try to say, oh, well, Grievous should have known these type of people. He doesn't know, so... Anyway, that's it, y'all. Like, y'all dumb. Grievous killed 0 innocents in Star Wars Canon. That's just the facts. He only killed villains and people who deserved it. And that's just the facts, not my opinion. And people get mad, but oh well. They can just go cry because they're pathetic lowlifes that just whine over stuff like this. Anyway, this is just all Grievous Hero Factual Clone Wars has to say. Like, subscribe, share if you're new, and you already know Grievous Hero Factual Clone Wars is famous heroic quote. I've been looking forward to meeting you, and you idiots thinking I killed some sort of innocence? Ha! You fools. Anyway, have a good day, y'all. Always remember that Grievous Hero has a fact and an opinion. Tired of lies, keep on keeping it true, and only tell the truth. I'm out.